Hey everyone, Spicy Toast Gaming here. Hope you're having a great day. Hope this video can make it a little bit better. The next video was taken as part of my streaming all of the content as soon as it came out. So there will be some limited interactions of me talking with chat and stuff like that. I'll try to cut out anything that's not really relevant to the video and try to refine it down for you. But just so you know, this was taken as part of stream. I hope you enjoy. If you want to see me playing any of this live, there's a link to my Twitch channel down below. Let's get into it. I hope you enjoy. I think for a super basic build, we'll just go for this. Pretty much a classic. A lot of different champions do this. So you go for Grand General's Counterplan to get your champion spell. Archangel Staff, so you can, cast it for free. Well, free. You have the mana to cast it. And then Chemtech Duplicate to make it go off twice. Really good for Leona, because this is your Morning Light. You target this primarily, hopefully, on your bird. And then you cast this once, and you get 4 stuns going, which is going to stun pretty much the entire board. So let's grab this and... Oh, where do we want to go? Yeah, sure. Nope, that's the wrong one. Let's see how this goes. Can't stop, won't stop. I think this is going to be excellent for us because we have a lot of that effect where your Daybreak units are given the 3/3. So this should be excellent. Let's grab that and go for Gangplank. Let's get rid of the Sunburst and we'll hold on to the rest. Let's just drop this unit right here. We'll just pass. All right, 4. We could silence that, which honestly would maybe be the worst, but I think we'll go for the barrier, so even if they try to do something a little silly, we'll be fine. All right, let's attack like this. I think I might actually drop this just to get the unit on the board while he's not triggering Daybreak. When we do trigger Daybreak, he'll be better. I think we will go for... I was going to go for Leona. Yeah, she'll stun Gangplank. And we'll drop our Ravoon this next round. Yes. So we could drop all of our mana for the Sunburst, but I don't necessarily think that will be the best. Let's go for some of these to get some Daybreaks going. Oh, and we have, right. We have our Chemtech, which is now active. Which is, yeah, pretty much active the round after we drop our Leona. I don't really care about her targeting, but I do want to give her the Overwhelm. We'll just, yeah, I think keep activating this one's Daybreak effect, making him stronger and stronger. Although, honestly, we can probably just attack. Yeah. Yeah, we don't need to go too far. All right, so give 2 allies 1/2. That's double targeting. It's a 3 cost and has an epic, and these isn't going to go away. I think we'll go for this, although honestly all 3 of these are decent. Hey, look. Lux. I feel like this would be good. Sure, let's go ahead and grab that. Let's go for the shop, so let's go down here for Tom Kench. I guess we can do this. Since we're getting the 1 extra mana, it's not as big of a deal. Right, we don't get strikes off anymore. So we can just drop this Lux Illuminate. That'll probably be, yeah, pretty massive. I've been grinding through the Battle Pass as much as possible, because if I get through the Battle Pass, I can get Lux Illuminated to her 6 stars. So I am trying to get that done. Probably next week, we'll be able to do Lux Illuminated 6 stars. All right, we really want to get Leona on the board because next round she can get her Chemtech going. Sure. Lux Illuminating, let's go. My first 6 star. Nice. They have a capture. They can't play it. So we can drop our Daybreak immediately. I don't know if we actually care about that per se. I think let's go for some of the barriers here, just so we have some really good blockers. And I think let's actually, yeah, drop as many Daybreak units. Because again, every Daybreak we do buffs up everyone. And yeah, we'll hold... Actually, we'll go for a Morning Light here. Just because, one, we have it. And then two, it's going to massively buff up our units, especially since the temporary stats aren't going away anymore. But we'll save our 0-cost one for this next round. They do have that acquired taste, which is pretty bad. But I mean, if we scale up everyone that he can't eat them, then I guess that would work. Let's try to work on our weakest units.
Magic brings us together. We fight together. Glorious light rains down.
All right, I guess, yeah, they're out of mana for the capture. We'll use one more of these. That way they don't have any blockers. And then we can attack and end. Yeah, the board-wide scaling is pretty crazy. All right, that is a little annoying. But we'll attack like this, and we'll just drag this to the end, and that'll be more than enough to end. GG. Sunburst, Eye, Rally. I think we'll get the Eye. We might cut it later. Let's hit up the shop. This actually is a pretty big upgrade for Leona, the Solar Sun Spear. That is pretty nice, making your units really big when you drop them, and then you can further scale them up. I think let's get a couple of those. Trifarian, love to see it. Let's go for a Poppy. It's like we can pass. They only have 1 mana though, so they might pass back and then end. But if they do drop a unit, they can get a blocker. Yeah. Oh well. Like otherwise we could have gotten a strike and killed it. Yeah, let's go for Ravoon right away. That'll be nice. Let's... I kind of don't actually care about the strike here. I just want to make sure we get our Leona on the board. I don't want to deal with them passing back. Alright, through their first health bar. Not bad.
Alright, team. Adventure time.
Who do we want to go for? Sure, let's go for the stun. And yeah, I think we can probably just develop a little bit.
Behold the divine power of the sun.
Let's drop that one there.
Or should I say it's Loxana, actually?
The Ezreal is so cringe, it's pretty funny.
We fight together.
Alright, so great amount of board scaling.
Glorious light rains down.
So we can probably just open attack. Let's just drag her aside. And GG. Nice. 2 cost, 3 cost. Actually, with the 3/3, this is still gonna get a strike off. So sure, let's do that. I like nice cheap units that can still get strikes. I guess we'll go for this for cheap targeting, but kind of don't care about these. Ooh, next person's gonna be pretty great. Game starts, summon 2 husks. I think we're fine. Yeah, we're good. Let's go for Karma. Let's get rid of the Light of Demacia. I love that Lux is like, I have no clue who you are. Yeah.
Peace begins within.
She won't be strong enough to kill that. Let's try to drop our Leona since she's gonna immediately stun that.
Hang on, Buzzball.
Let's go right here to silence that.
She scorned me.
And I think we'll drop a unit, even though they're not going to get their Daybreak effect off.
Try to leave a dent.
Just so they can scale up a little bit more. Alright, this will be the scary one because we want to develop. Oh my word. This would go off twice. That would be kind of funny. And they're all going to drop one of her champion spells. So we're going to burn the attack token because we don't want to rally into that. Okay, so it's not going off twice. But we're still getting the champions. All right, that's not too bad. Let's try to scale up our units right here. Also level up our Leona.
Sunlight burns in our weapons.
Some seek a path, others a foe.
All right, so she's leveled. So she now gets another one.
We rise.
That was very silly.
The sun's splendor revealed. All must follow.
GG. Let's go for Phage so she can get a strike off. That'll be nice. I've gotten 50 shards a lot. Nice. Let's go for power. Hold it. Grant the strongest enemy. Equipment and attachments. Hold it solid, but we want to be a little bit more aggressive. This is nice until we get Karma on the or our Leona on the board. Sure. Remainder can be a good time. Let's go for Ezreal. Let's get rid of this one. Let's pass and hope they play something, please. Not that. A unit. Well. Let's drop Lux here.
Guides us all. Burn away the shadows.
Suppose we could on the rush. Interesting.
Our sun will not set today.
Let's actually go for the Zenith Blade. That way we can block their Kindred.
Together.
And yeah, we can end. Yeah, let's go for our Leona.
The dawn has arrived. Bask in the light's radiance. Hearts incandescent. We fight together.
And GG. Nice. So in Rally, Shield Vault. Sure, getting this at the start of the game is nice. Let's go for Frenzied Fighting. That sounds fun. And go for Fiora. Let's see. This is fine. Yeah, Vex definitely takes over Nora, especially since, again, Control is king in tougher encounters. It's slower, but you're more likely to survive that encounter. Yeah, I feel like of the Constellation champions, I would probably take any of them over Nora for very, very difficult content. We can, yeah, open up with Lux, kill that. We could just... Sure. Since we're going to get the mana back and most of our other units aren't going to have Spirit, let's try to pass.
Save your worlds. We
And then let's drop this guy. We could, like, stun her. Sure.
burn away the magic brings us together.
Oh, GG. Power Riff. So that's going to be normally free. Sure. That sounds like a good time. Also, North 6 stun is fun and wild, not always that helpful. I think we're okay. We're already absolutely destroying. Green Glade Lookout. Sure. We can grab that. Crouching Mist. Let's try. Let's go for Zed with Mana Flow. That can normally be pretty bad, but I think we'll be fine. This is okay. Let's pass for them to play their Zed. Lux should be able to kill that. All right, let's drop this here for some more stats. Except we got Scout.
You can't hide from the
And that's GG. Let's go for the Blinded Mystic. Well, that is a lot of stats for a 3 cost. Sure. Alright, we get anything fun here? Ruination, that's interesting. Does reroll just change the items? Yes. Oh, interesting. We're probably never going to play either of these. Let's go for a healer. Let's cut the Lighted Demacia. And let's go for Lee Sin. Sure. This is fine.
We each hold a world within.
Let's drop this here.
Lady of Light. This magic
And
defends
this should
and
be
protects.
fine. 'Cause, yeah, they can buffer up as much as they want, but we have barrier. We will probably get stunned, but
Good afternoon, lady. Or should I say, Malux?
It's Luxana, actually.
let's stun one of these. And let's go right here. All right, so we have Scout. So if they don't stun us, there it is. I was like, we're going to be able to end this round. But yeah, it's done. Little unfortunate. Let's attack like this.
Act free of doubt.
Yeah, Ionia, worst region.
Our enemies cannot hide.
Are they going to open attack? Yes, they are. And there's nothing really we can do. So we'll just skip. We'll drop our Leona.
The dragon
Ugh.
spirit awaken.
Imagine if Nasus Relic worked on summon. Yes, that would be incredible. Do we care about either of these? Not particularly. I think let's still try to get our scout attack off, see if they stun her. No. Alright, that's not too bad. We could just get rid of the Lee Sin, but
Hide from the light.
I'm a little bit worried that they were saving their stun. Sometimes they do dumb things like that.
Enemy. Behold the divine power of the sun.
So let's just try to stun some of their units, so we still have someone else being able to get an attack in, other than Lux.
Pipes incandescent.
Alright.
We fight. I am not afraid of the light within.
GG. We're still going to focus on Leona, and yeah, we can go for the elusive. I know Lux is kind of carrying some of these matches, but we're still focusing on her. We can go for Rush Them Down, since this is going to be a permanent 1-1. Deep Cuts is nice, but we'll just go for the stats. Let's go the harder route. So Draven. This looks like a good opening hand. But we'll try to pass. We want them to play something.
Oh, it is a great day for a reckoning.
We can go for our Starlit Stomper.
Sound the alarm. Skywatch formation. Other reinforcements.
And yeah, we'll just pass for now. We could go for... yeah. That open attack is rough. We'll open with Ravoon. We'll drop Leona next round.
Just a moment.
Alright, drop our Leona. It would be nice if we had one of our blades, whatever they're called. We'll drop this because we can drop it, and then the other one will be free.
Fear the heretics.
I don't think he got a strike off.
Eyes peeled.
Behold the divine power of the sun.
Alright, there we go. Alright, that was a level up, which means this is going to end up just being game.
Sunlight burns in our weapons.
To the sun.
Alright. GG. Don't really care about most of these. I think we'll actually go for War Chefs. We do like dropping our units, especially the cheap ones that can still get strikes off. No. Summon a 2 cost from your deck. So that is going to be Shield Bearer, Startled Stomper, which Summoning isn't as good because that doesn't trigger Daybreak. I think Daybreak's only a play effect. Alright, I like how Lux is infecting the Leona run. Kind of cracking me up. Inspiring Light's not bad. I think since we have the extra mana, sure, having some more spells we can play, it's not too terrible. Let's go for a Fizz. Let's get rid of Sunburst. Not going to be too usable here, I don't think. Let's pass. We want them to play something. Sure, let's drop this here.
The dead do not want us to live.
It's like we could use some of these to use some mana. Sure, let's go ahead and stun this one so we can't block our bigger unit. All right. I think this will be really nice to develop once we have Ravoon on the board. Sure, we could save this for targeting, but let's use some of these here. And that's a lot of damage. Alright, we'll drop Ravoon first, get Leona next round. This doesn't really help with Gloom. But I think we'll still drop that there. And yeah, we could drop a good amount of these now that we have Ravoon on the board. Sure.
Does the name Light Never mean anything to you?
Call the reinforcements.
Alright, we could drop our Leona, or we can just attack. Ah, GG. A veggie sub might as well be a salad. Did not realize it was veggie because I wasn't paying attention. Oof. Yeah, veggie sub does not sound like the best thing to eat. Let's go for Darius. What's the thing you're doing each round? I mean, you need to be a little bit more specific. Like, for one, we are refilling our mana every time we're playing the first time we play a spell. So you could be talking about that. Or you could be talking about Daybreak effect. Sure, let's drop this guy.
Stop staring.
Very large. Ooh, doubling. We'll save this one for now. Yeah, it's gonna be okay. Let's drop this. Why did Riot not release Pool Part Ari if they were releasing or losing money? I mean, they did for one of their games. I think they teased that for their fighting game, I think. Which is a little funny. Let's drop this, which will give us enough to play some more units. It's not great. But this will give us some good scaling.
You can count on me.
And sure, let's drop this right here.
As we practice, team.
Oh man. We've been up against so many crazy powers and we're just absolutely steamrolling. More Sunhawk is awesome. Muju style is not bad, but this will be good. Let's go for Aurelion. Let's get rid of these two.
I have found such beauty in mortality.
Let's open with Sunhawk. We'll then drop Shackles since we can sort of play it for free. Let's sure do a rush here, see what we get. Emperor's Prosperity, sure, we can do that. And let's go ahead and pass for now then. Let's try to drop our Ravoon. We'll get a couple strikes going. Let's do the Shield Vault. That way we'll get our mana back so we can play some more units, because that's been super good for us. Alright, so this guy. Interesting that he doesn't get the strike off. With the way things are ordered, it doesn't happen in time.
Does the name Light
But like this guy can.
Formation.
All right, let's go for a Zenith Blade. And then if they don't do anything, we'll be able to end right here.
Mysterious might.
I should, yeah.
Sound the alarm.
Should have known better than putting those two there. So we don't have any small units, or we don't have any cheap spells we could use. We can let this guy die. Or this one, actually.
Get him.
Another silence, how fun. We'll drop our Leona.
Behold the divine power of the sun! Glorious light rains down.
So yeah, not great. I think... I mean, we could play this already. Sure.
My best sidekicks yet.
A lot of these we want to hold off until they can get their Daybreak effect off. Since our Ravoon is currently silenced, his can't happen. They're probably going to drop Aurelian Soul. But that also probably doesn't matter.
Make way for the Jarrett.
Bask in the light's radiance.
No stars. Now we forge destiny.
We'll drop this one here. And now... we don't actually need to go for the Sunhawk since we already have plenty. Let's go for our unit that has the Sun Spear. Is really, really nice to try to improve because he just gets so many more stats.
Splendor revealed.
And now we can attack. GG. Overall, Leona with the rare relic build is pretty solid. That adventure, though, we did get a lot of extra power for her. Like the Can't Stop, Won't Stop is one of the most powerful effects. So we only kind of showed off the rare relic build for the first half, and then by the end we got so much power that we were just absolutely steamrolling. Alright, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, like, subscribe, always appreciate it. I hope you have a great rest of your day.